The Chrysler 200C. It's an American luxury car in a crowded class of very good cars. So how does it fare against the tough competition? Let's find out. I'd call the shape classy with a hint of luxury. You've got the distinctive Chrysler grille up front, in this case black mesh. And that, along with the 18-inch alloy wheels, gives it some sportiness too. From the side, it has a similar silhouette to much of the competition. But overall, I think it's a nice, classy shape. The interior really emphasizes luxury. I love it. The comfortable seats are all power with lumbar support, and I really like the piping along the seats. I think it's a great, classy look. They contour well to your body, and overall, they're just very comfortable and, as I said, I think great looking. The armrest also doubles as storage. And moving forward, you get two cup holders and a little side storage here. I like the wood grain look here. But wait, there's more. Slide this back, and look, that's where you hook up your USB. You have two chargers, actually, and an aux input for your smart or iPhone. The parking brake is electronic. The shifter is actually similar to that in Jaguar and Range Rover, except this one doesn't pop out, but you just basically dial it in to select your gear. Nice. There's also a sport mode. Now note the placement of the climate control. Very cool. It's actually kind of up on the console here, about where the shifter would be in an Alfa Romeo. Very nice placement, falls easily to hand, and I like the large knobs too. In this case, it's dual zone climate control. You also have some controls for the screen too, and of course you can cancel the traction control, which I don't recommend. The big knobs are to control the radio. Of course, all that doubles on the large infotainment screen. You can go ahead into climate, which is now off. I'll go ahead and turn it on so you can see. Dual climate control there, very nice. And then of course you can get into your media, you can get into your radio, navigation, of course, and apps too. And there you have a list of the apps. You can go ahead and scroll down, check them all out. It's a good mix of things to keep you connected to the business world, the weather world, and of course the media world too. And on the steering wheel you have controls for the Uconnect voice control, also Bluetooth of course, menus right here, and the active adaptive cruise control over here. You also get paddle shifters as well, so you can shift yourself. That's a nice feature. You also have your normal controls on the left and right side to control your radio channel and also volume. Excellent. And on the gauge cluster, a nice large tachometer, speedometer, and then menus in the middle. Very nice. And on the door, the elegant wood and leather mix of two colors continues. Plus you get controls for your power windows and door locks. Storage here, you can store your phone there if you like. And then storage here, and also an additional cup holder. All in all, it's a great, comfortable interior that combines both luxury, comfort, and technology. The best of all worlds. Out back, you get basically the same storage options in the door, plus your own vent, and seating for 3 across. Go ahead and pop the trunk, and you'll see that it's large, and you also get a pass-through to the main cabin for extra storage. Nice. Of course, you can use the pass-through for skis and the like, but also you can fold them down all the way with a 60-40 split for a lot more room. Powering the 200C is a 3.6-liter 24-valve V6, which produces 295 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. Power is transferred to all 4 wheels via a 9-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 takes 6 seconds onto a limited top speed of 121 miles per hour. Fuel economy is rated at 18 miles per gallon in the city and 29 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 22 miles per gallon overall. Chrysler 200C ranges from about $22,000 to $30,425, and that's where my Chrysler 200C all-wheel drive version starts, $30,425. Now you'll want some options, like the $1,395 navigation and sound group, which adds GPS navigation and Harman radio, along with Uconnect, 9 Alpine speakers with a 506-watt amplifier, HD radio, Sirius XM traffic, and Travel Link with a 5-year subscription. The $995 premium group adds leather-trimmed ventilated seats with leather seat cushions, luxury door trim panel, exterior mirrors, and driver's seat with memory, heated two-tone leather steering wheel, and real wood, bronze, and chrome interior accents. The $795 premium lighting group adds HD headlamps with LED daytime running lamps and LED fog lamps. Now with all those great options, you're out the dealer door at $35,900. What's the competition? Well, it's definitely stiff. You've got the Volkswagen Passat, you got the Ford Fusion, you've got the Mazda 6, and the Honda Accord. And I think specifically for the 200C all-wheel drive version, you've really got cars like the Audi A4 and the Subaru Legacy. Now, what does Chrysler bring to the table to stand out? Well, I think quite a lot, actually. I like the look of the Chrysler 200. This one has excellent wheels that make it stand out and kind of pop. And really, the interior is very impressive. I love the mix of materials, and I really love the intuitive layout. I'm going to start giving a score, basically 1 through 10, on the way the cars integrate technology. And Chrysler and Dodge are at the top of the game. They really are. It took me just a couple of minutes to go in and set all my presets, go ahead and put in my USB drive. If you want to reach for the radio volume, of course you can do it on the steering wheel, but the knobs are very big and chunky and they fall to hand easily, and the way they're placed basically down on the center console, well, it really makes them easy to reach and to use, and you can do it without even taking your eyes off the road. Just really incredible ergonomics here. You even have buttons right behind the steering wheel. It's one of the best infotainment and knob control systems out there. Very impressive. Adaptive driver controls have really come a long way, and they're getting very commonplace these days in the automotive world, and that's a great thing for safety. The Chrysler 200C here, basically, I could take my hand off the steering wheel, which of course I don't recommend, but it'll actually use the steering wheel and steer me back into the lane. And then it'll give you a warning and tell you to put your hands on the steering wheel. It will also totally stop you. If the car in front of you stops with the adaptive cruise control on, well, it'll stop you totally, and then it'll start you back up again. You don't really have to use your legs too much on long trips, which makes you a lot more comfortable. But the technology is really, really top-notch, and it's on par with anything else in the automotive world, even from the luxury cars like Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. Even when you're parking, it'll actually go ahead and brake for you if it anticipates a problem, and that's really incredible. Notice when you turn the wheel, the guidelines move to let you know where you're headed. Very nice feature. And parking sensors, too, are very good. This is the sort of slushy mess that you want to have an all-wheel drive car for, and it actually does break way very evenly, and it's actually handling it very predictably. Nice slide and very safe, predictable handling in the slush. In the sport setting, using the paddle shifters, really quick shifts, very impressive. All-wheel drive, very nice. You can actually steer with the throttle. I really like the way they've got it set up. Now, it's not a true sports sedan, this 200C. In fact, the 200S is the sports sedan, but this one does a good job of it. I really like the way that you could steer it with the throttle, push the back end around a bit, and Chrysler has really engineered this car very well. Just take a look at the night look. Everything is just glowing blue, and it's real easy to see at night. Everywhere you look, the gauges are just perfect, actually. In terms of final assembly and parts content, well, the entire engine and transmission are made in America. Also, final assembly occurs in America, too. 16% of the parts come from Mexico, and 67% of the parts come from the US and Canada. The all-wheel drive system is based on the Jeep Cherokee, and it's been very good in this snow and slush today that's on the ground. It actually sends most of the power to the front wheels, making it front-wheel drive, but it can send up to 60% to the rear wheels if need be. So I think the Chrysler 200C stands out, of course, in this all-wheel drive version because, well, you can get all-wheel drive. That's a nice feature for those that need it in certain climates. I do also think it stands out because of its excellent ergonomics and just the way everything's designed. You've got a transmission that's really taken from Jaguar and Range Rover. It's pretty easy to use, but it doesn't pop out when you start the car, but still, it's got the same functionality. And just the comfort level and just the excellent ergonomic layout, the great sound system, the great tech features, great safety features really make it stand out. This is a very fine car and a very comfortable car too. I also like the fact that the 200C is quick. The V6 gets you to 60 in 6 seconds, and that's certainly respectable. It might not be super sedan fast, but again, this is not meant to be a sports sedan, so to speak. But it is a very comfortable and a very competent sedan, and I think it gives you everything you need. Of course, I've been stressing the fact that it's very comfortable, and I love the layout. Of course, I love the look too, and I love the tech. So really, to me, this Chrysler 200C is an excellent car that you should certainly take a look at. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also follow me on Twitter at Ivan Katz. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.